There's a particular kind of quiet that arrives only in the deepest part of the night. In that stillness, when the world outside has finally surrendered to sleep, a thought can surface, uninvited. It's a fear so fundamental, so deeply woven into the fabric of our being, that we often spend our days running from it, filling our lives with noise and light to keep it at bay. It is the thought of being alone at the very end. Before we begin to explore this tender space together, let's just take a quick moment. I want you to know that you are not the only one awake with these thoughts tonight. Write in the comments if you feel moved to, which part of this world you're listening from right now, and what time it is where you are. I'm curious. Are you listening in the quiet of the late night, when the moon is high in the sky? Or perhaps in the early morning hours, when sleep hasn't come yet, and the dawn feels a long way off? Just leave a word or two, a small signal from your quiet corner of the world to mine, and then settle in. Because this time right now, is entirely yours. It is a sanctuary carved out of the night, just for you. So let's begin by honoring the vessel that has carried you this far. Let your body grow heavy. Feel the weight of your head on the pillow, a gentle surrender. Notice the places where your body meets the mattress, your shoulders, your hips, your heels. And in each of those places, imagine a small loosening, a letting go. You don't need to hold yourself up anymore. The bed is here to do that for you. It can hold all of your weight, all of your weariness, all of your worry. Give it all to the support beneath you. Take a slow, gentle breath in, not to change anything, but simply to notice the feeling of your lungs softly expanding. And as you breathe out, release it with a quiet sigh. The kind of sigh you make when you finally get to set down a heavy bag you've been carrying all day. Let's do that once more. A soft breath in, feeling the air as a gift, and a long, slow breath out, letting the day dissolve. There is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing else you need to do. You have shown up for yourself in the most profound way, simply by being here, willing to be quiet, willing to listen. Our intention tonight is not to fight this fear. It is not to wrestle it into submission or to banish it with logic. We have all tried that, haven't we? And we know it only gives the fear more strength. Instead, our intention is much gentler, much kinder. We are simply going to meet this fear with compassion. We are going to turn towards it, not as an enemy, but as a lost part of ourselves that is asking for warmth, for understanding. We are creating a space here in the safety of your own bed where this feeling is allowed to be, just for a little while. We will look at it without judgment, hold it without panic, and listen to what it has been trying to tell you for so long. Think of this journey not as a battle, but as a homecoming, a coming home to a deeper truth that resides beneath the surface of all your anxieties, a truth that is peaceful, whole, and eternally connected. You have everything you need to make this journey. In fact, the very courage it took to press play tonight is the only compass you will need. It is the indicator of your deep desire for peace, your profound capacity for healing. So allow the muscles around your eyes to soften. Let your jaw unclench. Feel a wave of ease move from the crown of your head, down through your face and neck, across your shoulders, and all the way down to the tips of your toes. This is an act of profound self-kindness. You are giving yourself permission to rest, even as we gently approach this tender subject. You are allowing your body to find its sanctuary in sleep, even as your heart begins to open. We are not digging for pain. We are simply creating the conditions for healing to happen naturally, in its own time, like a flower that opens not through force, but by being given water and light. And here, in the quiet, the light we will use is the gentle glow of our own awareness, our own compassion. There is a wisdom within you that knows exactly how to do this. It has guided you through every challenge you have ever faced. It is the quiet, steady presence that has always been there, beneath the noise of your thoughts and the storms of your emotions. Tonight, we are simply learning to listen to that quiet voice once more. We are remembering a language we have always known, the language of the soul. As you settle deeper now, feel the rhythm of your own breathing. It is the most ancient and faithful lullaby. It has been with you since your first moment, and it will be with you until your last. It is a constant, gentle reminder that you are alive, that you are here, and that in this present moment, you are safe. Let that rhythm be your anchor. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to the simple rise and fall of your own chest. There's no need for force, just a gentle, loving redirection. Each breath is an invitation to be here now. Each exhale is a chance to let go just a little bit more. You are preparing the ground. You are making the space soft and receptive. The fear that waits in the quiet is not a monster to be slain. It is a messenger. And over the course of our time together, we will come to understand its message, and in doing so, we will transform it, not by pushing it away, but by drawing it closer into the boundless warmth of your own heart. Trust this process. Trust the wisdom of your own body, which knows the way to rest, and trust the strength of your own spirit, which is far more vast and resilient than any fear it could ever contain. Settle in now. Let go. Allow the words to wash over you. There is nothing for you to do but receive. You are safe. You are held. And you are ready. And now, from this place of relative calm, from the gentle rhythm of your own breathing, we can begin to approach the heart of the matter. We are going to do this with the utmost care, like approaching a shy animal in a quiet forest. There is no need to rush. There is no need to force anything. We are simply going to invite the picture into the room, the picture that your mind has created around this fear. For some, it is a clear image. For others, it's more of a feeling, a deep, unnamed dread. Whatever it is for you, just allow it to gently surface, knowing that you are in complete control. You are the one observing, from a place of safety. You are simply looking at a thought. What does that picture look like? Perhaps it's a sterile room with white walls and the faint antiseptic smell of a hospital. The light might be dim, coming from a machine that hums softly in the corner. Perhaps the defining feature of the image is the silence, the absence of a familiar voice, the lack of a warm hand to hold. It's the feeling of a profound and final aloneness, a sense that a life, your unique and precious life, is coming to its close without witness, without a loving presence to mark its passing. Notice the details of your specific picture without judgment. Is it day or night? Is there a window? What can you hear? What do you feel? We are not trying to make the picture go away. We are simply giving it form, naming its parts, bringing it out of the terrifying shadows of the unspoken and into the gentle light of our awareness. For many of us, the fear is not about the dying itself, but about the transition. The thought of taking that last breath utterly alone, of the final thought being one of abandonment. The story our mind tells us is that this aloneness means our life was insignificant, that we were not loved enough, that we will be forgotten the moment we are gone. This is the story that carries the sting. It's a story of ultimate separation. Just notice it. See it for what it is, a collection of thoughts, images, and predictions. A movie playing in the mind. And now, let's bring our attention to the body. As you hold this image gently in your awareness, where do you feel it? See if you can locate the physical echo of this fear. For many, it lives in the chest, as a heavy weight, a tightness that makes it hard to take a full breath. For others, it's a cold, hard knot in the pit of the stomach. Perhaps you feel it as a lump in your throat, a sense of unshed tears held back for a lifetime. Maybe your hands or feet feel cold, or there's a buzzing sensation of anxiety running just beneath your skin. There is no right or wrong answer. Just gently scan your body and notice, with a kind of gentle curiosity, where this story has taken up residence. Place your awareness there, on that sensation. Not to fix it, but simply to acknowledge its presence. To say silently to that part of your body, I feel you. I know you are there. You are allowed to be here. This is an act of profound compassion. Instead of tensing against the feeling, which is our usual instinct, we are softening around it. We are creating space for it. Imagine the sensation is a tightly clenched fist. Your awareness is like warm water, gently surrounding the fist, not forcing it to open, but simply providing warmth and space, allowing the muscles to release in their own time if they are ready. And with this image, with this physical sensation, comes a wave of emotion. The primary feeling is, of course, fear. But what lies beneath it? Sadness, perhaps. A deep, profound sorrow for that imagined version of yourself. A feeling of abandonment, of being left behind. Maybe even a flicker of anger. Why does it have to be this way? Allow these feelings to be present too. They are valid. They are the natural human response to this primal fear of separation. You are not broken for feeling this. You are human. And I want to pause here for a moment and say something directly to you, to the part of you that is bravely staying present with this discomfort. You have such immense courage for even being willing to look at this tonight. Most of the world spends its entire life running from this very feeling. The fact that you are here, lying in the quiet, intentionally turning towards it, is a testament to the incredible strength and resilience of your spirit. This act, right now, is an act of deep love for yourself. It is the beginning of healing. You are showing up for the most frightened part of you and saying, I will not abandon you. I am here with you. Now, let's return to that picture, that feeling in your body. Let's try one more thing. Imagine you could take the whole scene, the room, the feelings, the story, and place it onto a small photograph that you are holding in your hand. You can see it clearly, but you are not inside it anymore. You are the one holding the photograph. Feel the boundary between you, the observer, and the image you are observing. You are larger than this picture. Your awareness is vaster than this fear. This fear is something happening within you, but it is not the entirety of who you are. You are the great silent space in which this fear is allowed to appear and eventually to pass. You are the sky, and this fear is just one dark cloud. The sky is not afraid of the cloud. It simply allows it to be there, knowing it will eventually drift by. You are doing beautifully. There is no goal here except to be present with what is, to witness without being consumed, to feel without being overwhelmed. And now, very gently, you can let the photograph go. You can allow the image to fade, to dissolve like mist in the morning sun. You don't need to force it away. Just withdraw your attention from it. Let it recede into the background. And bring your awareness back to the simple, solid reality of this present moment. Feel the comforting weight of the blankets on your skin. Listen to the faint, ambient sounds in your room, the hum of the house, the distant traffic, and most importantly, come back to your breath, the gentle, steady rhythm that is always here for you. Take a soft breath in and a long, slow breath out. You have faced the image. You have sat with the feeling. And you are still here. You are safe. The work is done for now. You can let it all go. Allow yourself to rest in the knowing that you are brave enough to meet your deepest fears, and that in meeting them, you have already begun to diminish their power. You are not running anymore. You are resting. You are healing. As we rest here, in the quiet space created by our courage, a deeper question begins to emerge. Where does this fear come from? Why does this particular image of dying alone hold such a powerful, visceral grip on our hearts? If we listen closely, if we follow the roots of this fear down into the soil of our own lives, we often find that it is not really about the future at all. It is an echo of a pain that is much older, a wound that has been carried, perhaps silently, for a very long time. It is the echo of loneliness. Think back, just for a moment, to all the times in your life you have felt truly alone. Not just the physical state of being by yourself, but that deep, aching feeling of being unseen, unheard, misunderstood. Perhaps it was as a small child, crying in your room at night, feeling that no one in the world understood the immensity of your childhood sorrow. Or maybe it was in the schoolyard, the painful sting of being excluded, of watching others connect while you stood on the outside, invisible. You might recall the loneliness of a heartbreak, the feeling of a shared world suddenly shrinking to just one, the empty space in the bed beside you, feeling like a vast, cold ocean. It can be the loneliness of navigating a difficult illness or a personal crisis, feeling that no one can truly grasp the weight of what you are carrying. It is the subtle but persistent ache of feeling different, of believing that there is some essential part of you that, if truly seen, would be rejected. These experiences, large and small, accumulate over a lifetime. Each one leaves a small, tender bruise on the heart. Each one whispers a story. You are alone in this. No one is coming. You must handle this by yourself. And so, when the mind conjures the image of a final, solitary moment, it is not creating a new fear from scratch. It is simply amplifying this old, familiar pain. It is taking all those past moments of abandonment and projecting them onto a final, ultimate screen. The fear of dying alone becomes the ultimate confirmation of a belief we've carried all along, that we are, in the end, fundamentally separate and on our own. It is the culmination of every time we felt disconnected. It is so important that we validate this pain. The pain of loneliness is not a small thing. It is one of the most profound and difficult human experiences. Our need for connection, for belonging, for being seen and held is as fundamental as our need for food and water. It is wired into our biology, into our very DNA. When that need goes unmet, it creates a legitimate and deep-seated wound. And so, The sadness you feel when you contemplate this fear is not an overreaction. It is a perfectly sane and healthy response to a lifetime of moments where you felt emotionally or spiritually stranded. It is the grief of your own heart, mourning the connection it has always craved. Allow yourself to feel the truth of that. Let a wave of compassion wash over you for the person who has had to navigate all of those moments. For the child who felt misunderstood. For the teenager who felt like an outcast. For the adult who smiled through their pain, feeling utterly alone on the inside. You have been carrying the weight of all those moments. The fear of dying alone is not a character flaw. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a symptom of a deeper wound. It is the cry of a part of you that has been longing for reassurance, for presence, for a deep and abiding sense of belonging. The fear is simply the alarm bell, signaling that this older wound needs tending. It needs your attention, your kindness, your gentle presence. Think of it this way. Imagine a small child who has fallen and scraped their knee. They are crying, not just from the physical pain, but from the shock and the fear. If you were to go to that child and say, "Stop crying, it's not a big deal," what would happen? The child would likely cry harder. They would feel dismissed, unheard, and even more alone in their distress. But if you were to kneel down, look them in the eyes, and say, "Oh, that looks like it really hurts. I'm so sorry. I am right here with you," the child's entire nervous system would begin to calm down. They would feel seen. They would feel safe. Their tears might still flow, but the panic would subside, replaced by the comfort of your presence. The frightened part of you that dreads being alone is exactly like that child. For years, perhaps, you've been telling it to be quiet, to be rational, to stop being so morbid. You've been trying to argue it out of existence. But tonight, we are doing something different. We are kneeling down beside it. We are acknowledging its pain. We are saying, "I hear you. I understand why you are so scared. It makes sense that you feel this way, given everything you've been through. I am not going to leave you. I am right here." This is the beginning of true healing. It is the act of reparenting ourselves, of giving that wounded inner part the compassionate presence it may never have received. It is in this turning towards, not turning away, that the fear begins to lose its sharp edges. It begins to soften, to feel less like a terrifying monster and more like a sad, lonely child who just wants to be held. The fear is not the enemy. The real enemy is the shame and judgment we heap upon ourselves for having the fear in the first place. Tonight, we are laying down those weapons of self-criticism. We are choosing kindness instead. We are recognizing that this fear is not just about the future. It is a direct reflection of a wound that has been carried for a long, long time. And by understanding its origin, by seeing it not as a prediction, but as a memory, we reclaim our power. We are no longer helpless victims of a terrifying future. We are compassionate witnesses to our own past, capable of bringing healing to the present moment. Rest in that understanding for a moment. Feel the shift that happens when you stop fighting the feeling and start getting curious about its story. There is a deep wisdom in this fear. It is pointing you directly to the part of you that most needs your love. It is an invitation, sent from the deepest part of your being, to come home to yourself. You are not just addressing a fear tonight. You are healing a lifetime of quiet heartaches. And in this gentle, compassionate work, You are reclaiming a peace that is your birthright. The peace that comes from knowing you are capable of meeting your own pain with boundless love. And that is a connection that can never, ever be broken. Now let's gently widen our perspective. We have looked inward, tracing the roots of this fear to our own personal histories of loneliness. But now, I invite you to zoom out, to lift your gaze from your own story and look out at the vast landscape of the human experience. As you lie here in your bed, in your quiet room, feel the presence of millions of other souls lying in their beds, in their own quiet rooms, all across this sleeping planet. At this very moment, countless hearts are wrestling with this exact same fear. A young student in a city far away, feeling lost and disconnected. An elderly person in a nursing home, watching the shadows lengthen on the wall. A new parent, rocking a baby in the dead of night, suddenly struck by the immense responsibility and the profound solitude of their role. This fear is not uniquely yours. It is a shared human heartbeat. It is a universal chord that vibrates in every one of us. It is as much a part of our collective human inheritance as our ability to laugh or to create art. It is a testament to something incredibly beautiful and profound about who we are. It is the flip side, the shadow side of our greatest capacity, our capacity to love and to connect. Think about it. If we were creatures who did not need each other, who did not form deep bonds of attachment, the thought of being alone at the end would hold no power over us. It would be a simple fact, a logistical detail, but it is not. It is a heart-wrenching fear, precisely because we are built for connection. Our souls are oriented towards love, towards belonging, towards being held in the heart of another. This fear, then, is not a pathology. It is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is a sign that something is profoundly right with you. It is the evidence of your deep, beautiful, and sacred need for connection. It proves that you have a heart that is open, a heart that knows what it is to love and to desire love in return. So, can we, just for a moment, release the shame that so often accompanies this fear? We tell ourselves we should be stronger, more independent, more spiritual, less afraid. We judge ourselves for this vulnerability. But what if this vulnerability is actually our greatest strength? What if this ache for connection is the very thing that makes us human, that fuels our compassion, that inspires our kindness? Throughout all of recorded history, people have looked up at the same moon you see and felt this same ache. The poets who wrote of love and loss, the philosophers who contemplated the nature of existence, the builders of great cathedrals, and the singers of ancient lullabies, they all knew this feeling. They knew the bittersweet pain of a heart that yearns to merge, to belong, to be known. When you feel this fear, you are not isolated. You are, in fact, tapping into the deepest current of the human river. You are standing in a long, unbroken line of ancestors, all of whom knew what it was to be fragile, to be mortal, and to long for the comfort of another's presence. There is a strange and beautiful comfort in this realization. You are not alone in your aloneness. You are part of a vast, invisible community of souls who understand. Your pain is a shared pain. Your fear is a shared fear. And in that sharedness, it becomes a little lighter, a little easier to bear. Consider the great paradox. The very feeling that makes you feel most cut off and separate is, in fact, the one that connects you most deeply to everyone who has ever lived. Your capacity to feel this so intensely shows how much love you have in your heart. A heart that has been closed off, that has given up on connection, would not feel this fear with such acuity. It is the open hearts, the tender hearts, the hopeful hearts that feel this most deeply. And that is a beautiful thing. It means that despite all the moments of loneliness you have endured, your spirit has never given up on the possibility of love. It is still reaching out, still yearning, still alive with the sacred fire of connection. This fear is the measure of your love. So let's reframe this. This isn't a morbid obsession. This isn't a failure of courage. This is your humanity singing its most ancient and poignant song. It is the song of us, the song of interdependence, the song that reminds us that we are not solitary islands, but part of a vast, interconnected archipelago. When you feel that pang of fear, try this experiment. Instead of tensing against it, see if you can feel into the shared nature of it. Whisper to yourself, this is the feeling of being human. This is the ache for connection that all people feel. I am part of the human family. Feel how that shifts the energy. It takes the sharp, personal sting out of the fear and transforms it into a softer, more communal grief. It moves from, what is wrong with me, to, this is what it is to be us. By normalizing this fear, by welcoming it as an integral part of the human journey, we rob it of its power to isolate us. Shame thrives in secrecy and silence. But when we bring our fears out into the gentle light of shared experience, shame cannot survive. It dissolves, replaced by a sense of solidarity, of kinship. We realize we are all in this together. We are all walking each other home. And this journey we are on tonight, this quiet exploration in the dark, is not just for you. Every bit of healing you do, every ounce of compassion you bring to this fear, sends a ripple out into the collective consciousness. As you learn to hold your own fear with kindness, you make it a little easier for someone else, somewhere else, to do the same. So take a gentle breath now and let it out with a sense of release. Release the burden of believing this fear was your personal failing. Release the shame of feeling vulnerable. Release the story that you are the only one who feels this way. And in their place, allow a sense of gentle acceptance to arise. An acceptance of your own beautiful, tender, and deeply interconnected human heart. You are exactly as you are meant to be. This feeling is part of your design. And in understanding its universality, you have taken another powerful step towards peace. You are resting not just in your own bed, but in the vast, compassionate heart of humanity itself. You belong here. You have always belonged. Having acknowledged the roots of this fear in our past and recognized its universal nature, we can now learn how to be with it in the present moment. We know we cannot argue it away, and we have seen that running from it only gives it more power. So, what is left? The answer is both simple and profound. We learn to give the fear a safe space to exist. We learn to become the container, the gentle host for this powerful emotion, rather than its victim. Imagine, for a moment, that your awareness, the part of you that is listening to these words, is like a vast, open sky. It is boundless, clear, and fundamentally peaceful. It has been with you your entire life, this silent, witnessing presence. It was there when you took your first breath, and it is here now. It is the backdrop against which everything in your life happens. Now, think of your thoughts and feelings, especially this fear of being alone, as clouds that drift through this sky. Some clouds are light and wispy, barely noticeable. Others are dark and heavy, full of rain and thunder. This fear is a particularly dark storm cloud. For most of our lives, when we see this cloud approaching on the horizon, we panic. We mistakenly believe that we are the cloud. We contract, we tense up, we get lost in the storm, and we forget all about the vast blue sky that is our true nature. We forget that the sky is always there, unharmed and unchanged, no matter how turbulent the weather becomes. The sky doesn't fight the clouds. It doesn't try to push them away. It simply allows them to be there, to drift through, knowing that they are temporary visitors. It provides a vast, unconditional space for the weather to happen. Tonight, we are learning to be the sky. We are remembering that we are not the storm. We are the vast, peaceful space in which the storm is occurring. So, let's practice this. Gently invite the feeling of that fear back into your awareness. Not the whole story, not the detailed pictures, but just the raw sensation of it in your body. That tightness in the chest, that knot in the stomach. Greet it without judgment. And now, imagine your awareness expanding around it. Create a huge internal space. See if you can feel the edges of the sensation, and then feel the space all around it. The sensation might be intense in the center, but there is calm space surrounding it. You are creating a sanctuary within yourself, a safe harbor where this feeling is allowed to be without taking over the whole ship. You are letting the feeling know you can be here. You are a part of my experience right now, and I have enough space for you. You do not need to scream to be heard. I am listening. This is a radical act of self-compassion. It is the opposite of resistance. It is a deep and profound allowing. And here is the paradox. When we stop fighting a feeling, when we give it the space to just be, it often begins to change on its own. The energy that was fueling the fight is no longer needed, and the feeling can begin to soften, to dissipate, to move through you. It's like unclenching a fist you didn't even realize you were holding. Now, let's bring the breath into this practice. The breath is our most powerful tool for creating this inner space. As you breathe in, imagine you are breathing directly into the part of your body where you feel the fear most intensely. Imagine your breath is carrying warmth, oxygen, and kindness to that tight, clenched place. Your breath is a messenger of peace. And as you breathe out, imagine the sensation softening, dissolving just a little bit around the edges. You are not trying to force it out. You are simply allowing it to release in its own time. A gentle in-breath, creating space and bringing warmth. A long, slow out-breath, inviting a softening, a letting go. Let's stay with this for a few cycles. Breathing into the heart of the feeling with kindness. Breathing out and allowing it to soften. You are not trying to get rid of the feeling. You are learning to tend to it. You are learning to soothe your own nervous system from the inside out. You are becoming your own safe space. The feeling is a visitor. It is not who you are. The cloud is a visitor in the sky. The wave is a visitor on the surface of the ocean. They arise, they exist for a time, and then they pass. Your true nature is the sky, the ocean, vast, deep, and enduring. You can trust this process. Your body knows how to release what is held too tightly, if only you give it the permission and the space to do so. This fear has been held in your body for so long, clenched in your muscles, stored in your tissues. With each conscious, compassionate breath, you are gently loosening its grip. You are letting it know that it is safe to let go now. You are here. You are present. You will not be overwhelmed. This practice of creating a safe space is not a one-time fix. It is a skill you can cultivate, a muscle you can strengthen over time. Every time you notice the fear arise, you can meet it in this way, with spaciousness, with breath, with kindness. Instead of being a trigger for panic, it becomes an opportunity to practice compassion. It becomes a reminder to return to the vast, peaceful sky of your own awareness. It is a profound shift from being at the mercy of your feelings to being a compassionate friend to them. You are no longer trying to control the weather. You are learning to find shelter in the unchanging vastness of the sky. You are discovering a place of refuge within yourself that is always available, no matter what storm is passing through. So, as you continue to rest here, just hold this intention of spaciousness. Feel the boundaries of your body softening. Feel your awareness expanding beyond your physical form, filling the room, becoming as vast as the night sky outside your window. In this boundless space, there is more than enough room for every feeling, every thought, every sensation. Nothing needs to be pushed away. Everything is welcome. Everything belongs. And in this radical welcoming, you will find a peace that is deeper and more resilient than you ever imagined possible. This is your true sanctuary. You are building it, breath by breath. As we learn to become the spacious sky that holds the weather of our emotions, something remarkable begins to happen. We start to notice that the sky itself has a quality. It is not just empty space. It is a presence, a silent, constant, and deeply peaceful presence that has been with us all along. This is the next step in our journey tonight, gently reframing our understanding of what it means to be alone. For so long, we have equated solitude with emptiness, with a lack of something. But what if solitude is actually an opportunity to connect with the most faithful companion we will ever have? What if, beneath the chatter of our minds and the turmoil of our hearts, there exists an unseen companion within? I'm not speaking of anything mystical or religious, unless that language is helpful for you. I'm speaking of an experience that is accessible to everyone. It is the simple, direct experience of your own awareness. It is the part of you that is listening to these words right now. It is the part of you that knows you are thinking, that knows you are feeling, that knows you are breathing. Think about it. Throughout your entire life, through every joy and every sorrow, every triumph and every failure, there has been a silent witness. A part of you that has been there, watching, experiencing, without judgment. When you were a child, playing in the sun, it was there. When you experienced your first heartbreak and you thought your world was ending, it was there, feeling the pain alongside you. In moments of quiet contemplation and in moments of utter chaos, it has been the constant thread running through the tapestry of your life. This presence is not something you need to find or create. It is not something you earn or achieve. It is something you simply need to notice. It is already here. It is the most fundamental aspect of who you are. We so often identify with the contents of our experience, our thoughts, our emotions, our body, our story. We say, I am sad, I am angry, I am afraid. But there is a deeper truth. You are not the sadness. You are the one who is aware of the sadness. You are not the fear. You are the one who notices the fear. You are the awareness in which all these experiences arise and pass away. Let's try a small experiment to make this more tangible. Close your eyes, if they aren't already, and for a moment, just notice the sounds in your room. The hum of an appliance, the creak of the floorboards, the distant sound of a car. You are not the sounds. You are the listener. Now, notice the sensations in your body, the warmth of the blankets, the feeling of the air on your skin, the beating of your own heart. You are not the sensations. You are the one who feels them. Now, notice any thoughts that are drifting through your mind. Plans for tomorrow, memories from yesterday. You are not the thoughts. You are the silent witness to the thoughts. This witness, this listener, this feeler, this is the unseen companion. It has no form, no name, no agenda. Its nature is pure, peaceful, silent awareness. It has never been harmed by anything you have ever experienced. It has never been broken by any trauma. It is the indestructible core of your being. This is the part of you that survived everything you thought you couldn't. When you felt shattered into a million pieces by grief or loss, this silent presence was there, holding all the pieces. When you were lost in confusion and despair, it was the quiet knowing, deep down, that you would find your way through. It is your inherent strength. It is the bedrock of your resilience. The fear of dying alone comes from an identification with the small self, the personality, the body, the story. This small self is indeed finite. It has a beginning and an end. But this deeper presence, this awareness, is not bound by that story. It is timeless. It was here before your body was formed, and it will be here long after your body is gone. It is the part of you that is connected to everything. When we begin to shift our identity from the passing clouds of our experience to the vast, eternal sky of awareness, the fear of aloneness begins to lose its meaning. How can you be alone when you are always in the company of this faithful, loving presence? How can you be abandoned when the core of your being is a presence that has never, not for one single instant, left your side? This is a profound shift in perspective, and it may not happen all at once. It is a gentle turning, a gradual remembering. It is the practice of repeatedly asking yourself throughout the day, and especially in quiet moments like this, who is the one who is aware? And then resting in that awareness, feeling its simple, uncomplicated, peaceful nature. It doesn't demand anything of you. It doesn't judge you. It simply holds you. It is the unconditional love you have been searching for outside of yourself your entire life. And it has been right here, within you, all along. It is the quiet hum beneath the noise. It is the stillness at the center of the storm. The more you learn to rest in this inner sanctuary, the less you will depend on external circumstances or other people to feel safe and whole. You will carry your home within you. And so, the prospect of a final moment of physical solitude begins to transform. It is no longer a picture of abandonment and emptiness. It becomes a picture of a final, complete, and peaceful homecoming, a merging with the very essence of who you are. A letting go of everything that was temporary, and a final, joyful resting in that which is eternal. The unseen companion, your own loving awareness, is there to hold you through that final transition, just as it has held you through every other transition in your life. You have never been alone, and you never will be. Rest in that knowing. Let it sink deep into your bones. You are held. You are whole. You are home. Let's stay with this feeling for a while longer. Let's deepen this connection to the inner presence we've just uncovered. this quiet companion that resides at the very core of our being. It's one thing to understand this idea intellectually. It is another thing entirely to feel it, to embody it, to let its truth permeate every cell of your body. So, let this be a time not for thinking, but for feeling. A time for sensing into the company you always keep. Let your attention once again settle inward. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath, that faithful rhythm. And with each breath, imagine you are sinking a little deeper, moving past the surface layers of thought and worry, down into the profound stillness that lies beneath. Imagine your mind is like the surface of a great ocean. On some days, the surface is choppy, full of turbulent waves. These are your busy thoughts, your anxious feelings, your day-to-day dramas. We spend most of our lives living on this chaotic surface, being tossed about by every wave. But even in the most ferocious storm, if you were to dive deep beneath the waves, you would find a place of absolute calm, a place of immense, silent, powerful stillness. The depths of the ocean are not disturbed by the turmoil on the surface. This deep, calm, silent place is your inner presence. It is your true nature. It is always here, untouched by the storms of your life. Tonight, we are learning to dive. With each breath, let yourself sink into that inner quiet. Let the noise of the world, the worries of your mind, fade into the distance. Just for a little while, let them be. They can wait. You are descending into your own sacred depths. As you rest in this quiet place, begin to notice its qualities. It is profoundly peaceful, isn't it? There is no striving here, no agenda, no need to be anything other than what you are. There is a feeling of unconditional acceptance. This presence doesn't care about your accomplishments or your failures. It doesn't judge you for your mistakes or praise you for your successes. It simply holds you exactly as you are. It is the loving embrace your soul has always longed for. Feel that embrace now. Feel yourself being held in this deep, unconditional acceptance. Let go of the need to be perfect. Let go of the need to have it all figured out. Here, in this inner sanctuary, you are already whole. You are already enough. This is how we begin to reframe solitude. For our entire lives, we have been conditioned to see being alone as a problem to be solved. We have equated solitude with the pain of loneliness, of being unwanted or left out. But that is a profound misunderstanding. Loneliness is the pain of feeling disconnected. Solitude, on the other hand, is the glory of being deeply connected to yourself. It is the opportunity for the deepest form of companionship possible. When you are physically alone, you are not in an empty room. You are in a room with the most constant, loving, and wise being you will ever know, your own inner presence. You are finally getting the chance to have an intimate conversation with your own soul, without the distractions of the outside world. Think of all the energy you spend navigating relationships, trying to be understood, seeking validation from others. It can be exhausting. But in the sanctuary of your own being, none of that is necessary. You are already known. You are already understood. You are already accepted. There is a deep rest that comes from this realization. You can finally take off the masks you wear for the world. You can be completely, authentically yourself. And you will be met, not with judgment, but with a quiet, loving presence. This is true freedom. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding. When you cultivate this inner companionship, your relationship with the outside world also transforms. You no longer need others to fill a void within you, because you have discovered that there is no void. You are already full. Your connections with others can then come from a place of abundance, of sharing your fullness, rather than a place of desperate need. And paradoxically, when you are no longer afraid of being alone, you attract healthier, more authentic relationships. You are no longer clinging, no longer demanding that someone else be the source of your peace. You become the source of your own peace. And that is an incredibly attractive quality. It allows others to be themselves, to come and go freely, knowing that your well-being is not dependent on their constant presence. So, as you lie here, drifting towards sleep, let go of the old story that solitude is emptiness. Let that belief dissolve. And in its place, allow this new truth to take root. Solitude is communion. It is an invitation to intimacy with the deepest part of yourself. It is a sacred time. The final moments of life, if they are to be spent in physical solitude, need no longer be seen as a tragedy of abandonment. They can be seen as the ultimate sacred solitude. The final, uninterrupted opportunity to rest completely in the loving embrace of your own being as you prepare to merge back into the great mystery from which you came. It is a homecoming, a final return to the deep, silent peace of the ocean depths. Let this feeling of deep, inner companionship be your lullaby tonight. Feel the gentle, steady presence that is holding you. It is more faithful than any friend, more constant than any partner. It has never left you. It will never leave you. It is the very essence of who you are. There is nothing to fear. You are in the best of company. You are in the company you always keep. Rest in this. Trust this. Let it hold you as you drift into a deep and peaceful sleep. You are safe. You are held. You are home. Now, from this deep place of connection with your own inner presence, let's perform a gentle act of gathering. We have discovered that you are never truly alone because your own awareness is a constant companion. But you are also not alone in another equally beautiful way. You are a vessel, a living sanctuary, holding the love of every being who has ever genuinely touched your heart. The love you have given, and, just as importantly, the love you have received, does not vanish. It becomes a part of you. It is woven into the very fabric of your being. So let's bring that love into this space with us now. Let's gather your timeless circle. Begin by allowing your mind to drift back, gently, through the chapters of your life. Let an image arise of a person who showed you true, unconditional kindness. It might be a grandparent whose eyes always lit up when you entered the room, a teacher who saw a spark in you that no one else did, a friend who sat with you in silence when you were grieving, offering not words, but the simple, profound comfort of their presence. Don't strive for it. Just let the memory come to you. See their face in your mind's eye. Remember the sound of their voice. Most importantly, feel the way their love felt in your body. That warmth, that sense of safety, that feeling of being truly seen. As you connect with this feeling, understand that this is not just a memory. The love they gave you is a living energy, and it has a permanent home inside your heart. It is a thread of golden light that is forever woven into you. Now, let another image come. Perhaps this time it is a beloved pet, an animal companion who offered you a simple, pure, and uncomplicated love. Remember the feeling of their soft fur, the sound of their happy greeting when you came home, the look of complete trust in their eyes. Animals have a special gift for teaching us about presence and unconditional acceptance. The love you shared with that being is another golden thread. It is a part of the sanctuary you carry within. Feel its warmth, its simplicity, its unwavering loyalty. It is still with you. It is a part of your strength. Allow the images and feelings to keep coming, like gentle waves washing ashore. Think of every person who has ever made you laugh until you cried. Every friend who celebrated your joys as if they were their own. Every mentor who guided you. Every partner who held you through the night. It doesn't matter if these people are still in your life or if they have passed on. The love is what is real. The love is what endures. It transcends time and space. The connection you forged is not broken by distance or even by death. It has become a part of your inner architecture. Visualize these connections as threads of light, all converging in the center of your chest, at your heart space. With each memory, another thread is added, making the light brighter, warmer, more radiant. See your heart as a beautiful, glowing tapestry, woven from every moment of true connection you have ever experienced. And it's not just people and pets. There are places that have held you too. A childhood home where you felt safe. A special spot in nature. A forest. A beach. A mountainside. Where you felt a sense of peace and belonging. A connection to something larger than yourself. Recall the feeling of the sun on your skin in that place. The scent of the air. The sounds of the earth. That sense of being held by the world itself is another thread of light. It is the love of the earth, which has always supported you, nourishing you with every breath. This too is part of your timeless circle. Now, let's not forget the love you have given. Every time you have offered a kind word, every time you have acted with compassion, every time your heart has gone out to another being in their suffering. In those moments, you were weaving this same light. The love that flows from you is just as much a part of your inner sanctuary as the love that flows to you. They are two sides of the same golden coin. So remember the times you were the one offering comfort, the times you were the strong one, the kind one, the loving presence for someone else. Feel the goodness of that in your own heart. That is your light. That is your strength. And it is forever a part of who you are. Feel this now. Feel this incredible accumulation of love that you carry within you. It is a vast, luminous, and powerful presence. You are not an empty vessel, fearing a solitary end. You are a cathedral, built from the love of a lifetime. The light of everyone who has ever loved you shines within you. Their wisdom guides you. Their kindness strengthens you. You are a walking, breathing testament to the power of connection. You are their legacy, and they are yours. So when the fear of being alone arises, when you feel that old echo of loneliness, you can perform this simple practice. You can close your eyes, place a hand on your heart, and consciously call to mind your timeless circle. You can feel their presence, not as ghosts of the past, but as living energies that reside within you now. You can ask for their guidance. You can draw on their strength. You can rest in their collective love. You are the keeper of this sacred flame. This inner tapestry is your true family, your true tribe. They are with you always. In this light, the fear of dying alone begins to seem like a misunderstanding. How could you be alone when you are so richly accompanied? How could the end be an abandonment when you are carrying the love of so many with you? The final moment, then, is not about who is physically in the room. It is about the love that is present in your heart, and your heart, as you can now feel, is overflowing. It is a radiant constellation of every loving connection you have ever made. You are carrying a universe of love within you, and that love is the most real thing there is. It is the light that will guide you home. Rest in the warmth of this inner circle. Let their love be a soft blanket, tucking you in tonight. You are cherished. You are remembered. You are profoundly, deeply, and eternally loved. Let us now take this feeling of interconnectedness and ground it in a simple, powerful image from the natural world. Nature is often our wisest teacher, reflecting back to us the deepest truths of existence in a language that is clear, patient, and profound. I want you to bring to mind the image of a single, ancient tree standing alone on a grassy hill. See it clearly. Picture its thick, gnarled trunk, the bark like a wise, wrinkled face, etched with the stories of 1,000 seasons. See its vast and intricate network of branches reaching up, like arms open to the sky, and feel its deep, invisible roots spreading far and wide into the dark, nourishing earth. At first glance, this tree appears to be the very definition of solitary. It stands alone. There are no other trees nearby. It weathers the storms by itself. It faces the scorching sun and the biting winter winds in its own company. From a certain perspective, one could look at this tree and feel a sense of pity, a sense of its profound aloneness. And yet, is this tree truly alone? Let's look closer. Feel deeper. That tree, standing in its physical solitude, is in a constant, dynamic, and intimate relationship with everything around it. Its roots are drawing sustenance from the deep, hidden networks of fungi and microbes in the soil, a complex, bustling community that shares nutrients and information. It is in a constant conversation with the earth. It is not separate from the ground it stands on. It is an extension of it. Its leaves are breathing with the sky. They take in the carbon dioxide from the air, and in a silent, miraculous act of alchemy, transform it into the very oxygen that we and all other creatures need to survive. It is in a life-giving dance with the atmosphere itself. It is deeply connected to the sun. Every morning, it turns its leaves towards the light, receiving the energy that fuels its entire existence. It has a relationship with the sun that is more faithful and intimate than almost any human connection. It is connected to the rain, which washes its leaves and quenches its thirst. It is connected to the wind, which carries its seeds to new ground and makes its branches stronger through resistance. It is a home and a sanctuary for countless other beings. Birds nesting in its branches, insects living in its bark, small animals sheltering in its roots. Its very existence creates a world for others. It is a cornerstone of an entire ecosystem. So, this tree that appears so solitary is, in fact, a vibrant hub of connection. Its aloneness is an illusion. Its physical separation is simply the focal point through which the entire universe expresses itself as tree. Its solitude is not a state of lack, but a state of profound, silent, and dignified communion with the whole of existence. You, in your own life, are just like that tree. There are times when you must stand alone on your own hill. Times when you must face your own storms, your own seasons of darkness and of light. And in those moments, it is easy to feel isolated, cut off, separate. But the truth is, you are never disconnected from the whole. Just like the tree, you are in a constant, intimate dance with everything. With every breath you take, you are breathing in the air that the trees have exhaled. You are in a direct, physical relationship with all the green, growing things on this planet. With every meal you eat, you are taking in the energy of the sun and the nutrients of the earth. You are literally built from the substance of the world around you. You are connected to the pull of the moon, which influences the tides within your own body. You are connected to the great cycles of day and night, of sleeping and waking. To be physically alone does not mean you are disconnected. It simply means you are experiencing your connection in a different way. You are like the tree, a unique and beautiful focal point through which life itself is experiencing the world. And just like that tree, you have weathered so many seasons. Think of the winters of your life, the times of loss and sorrow when you felt barren and stripped of all your leaves. You thought you might not survive, but you held on. Your roots went deeper. And eventually, inevitably, spring came. New life, new growth, new possibilities emerged, often in ways you could never have predicted. You have known the vibrant summers of joy and expansion, and the gentle autumns of letting go. Each season has added another ring to your trunk, another layer of wisdom and resilience to your being. Your capacity to stand right now, having lived through all that you have lived through, is a testament to your incredible strength. You are as strong and as resilient as that ancient tree. You have learned to draw nourishment from hidden sources. You have learned to bend in the wind so you do not break. You have learned to stand tall in your own space, offering your unique presence to the world. So let this image of the solitary tree be a source of comfort and strength for you. When the fear of being alone comes, remember this tree. Remember that being physically by yourself is not a sign of abandonment, but a chance to feel your deeper connections to the earth beneath you, to the air you breathe, to the sky above you, and to the silent, invisible web of life that holds and sustains everything. Feel your own roots now, anchoring you to the earth. Feel your own breath, connecting you to the entire atmosphere. Feel the life force pulsing within you, the same life force that animates the stars and the oceans. You are not a separate fragment, adrift in a meaningless void. You are a vital and inseparable part of a magnificent, intelligent, and interconnected whole. Your life has meaning precisely because you are part of this greater dance. The final moments of life, seen through this lens, are not a cutting off. They are a dissolving back into the whole, a returning of your unique form to the earth, the air, the elements from which you came. It is the ultimate act of belonging. It is the final, graceful bow at the end of a beautiful dance. Rest with this feeling. Feel your profound and unshakable connection to the entirety of life. You belong here. You are a part of it all. You are as rooted, as resilient, and as beautifully connected as that wise old tree on the hill. We have explored the companionship of our own awareness, gathered the love of our timeless circle, and felt our deep connection to the web of life itself. Now, we turn our attention to one final crucial source of comfort and strength, one that is so close and so constant that we almost always overlook it. Tonight, we are going to honor the one person who has been with you through every single moment of your existence, without fail. We are going to honor you. You are your own most faithful witness. From the very first breath you ever took to the breath you are taking right now, you have been here. There has never been a moment when you have not been present for your own life. Think about the sheer magnitude of that. You were there for every skinned knee and every childhood dream. You were there for the awkwardness and confusion of adolescence, for every hope and every heartbreak. You were there when you made choices you were proud of, and you were there when you made mistakes you wished you could take back. You were there for the dizzying highs of success and the crushing lows of failure. You were there for the moments of profound clarity and the long, bewildering periods of doubt. No one else has seen it all. No one else knows the full texture of your journey, the intricate landscape of your inner world. Parents, partners, children, friends, they come and go. They see parts of your story, snapshots in time, but you have had a front row seat for the entire, unabridged epic. You are the one who knows the whole truth of what it has taken to become the person you are today. And you have done so much more than just watch. You have been the one who had to get up out of bed every single morning, especially on the mornings when it felt impossible. You were the one who had to put one foot in front of the other when your heart was heavy with grief. You were the one who had to find the courage to face your fears, to take risks, to speak your truth, even when your voice was shaking. You were the one who had to navigate the complexities of relationships, the demands of work, the challenges of just being human in this complicated world. You have been the hero of your own story every single day. We are so often taught to look for heroes outside of ourselves, to seek validation and approval from others. We wait for someone else to come and tell us that we are good enough, that we are strong enough, that we have done well. But tonight, I invite you to be that person for yourself. I invite you to turn your attention inward and to acknowledge, with genuine gratitude and respect, the incredible resilience you have shown. Acknowledge your own unwavering presence in your own life. Let a feeling of deep appreciation for yourself begin to arise. Appreciation for your strength, your perseverance, your tender heart that has kept on loving despite being hurt. Appreciation for your curiosity, your creativity, your unique way of seeing the world. You have survived 100% of your worst days. Just let that sink in. Everything you thought would break you did not. Every challenge you thought was insurmountable, you overcame. You are still here, breathing, being. That is not a small thing. That is a miracle of resilience. Let's try a simple affirmation, a statement of truth to be absorbed by your heart. You can say it silently to yourself, or just listen and let the words land. I have always been here for myself. Feel the simple, profound truth of that. Through everything, you have shown up. Now, another. And I always will be. Feel the commitment in those words. No matter what the future holds, no matter what challenges may come, you can count on one thing. You will be there. You will walk with yourself through it all, right up to the very last moment. You are your own ultimate ally, your own most steadfast companion. The fear of dying alone is rooted in a sense of self-abandonment. It's a fear that at the final moment, the last person we can count on, ourselves, will also disappear, leaving a void. But what we are discovering tonight is that the you that you can count on, the witnessing presence, does not disappear. And the you who has been the hero of your story deserves to be honored and trusted. You have a lifetime of evidence that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. You have a perfect track record. So, can you begin to trust yourself, even with this final challenge? Can you begin to believe that the same strength and resilience that got you through everything else will also see you through your final moments? You are not a fragile, helpless being at the mercy of fate. You are a seasoned veteran of life. You are a survivor. You are wise. You have earned your own trust. Let's do a small practice of self-compassion. Imagine you could wrap your own arms around yourself in a gentle hug, or simply place a hand over your heart and offer yourself the same words of comfort you would offer to a beloved friend who was scared. Words like, "It's okay to be afraid. I'm right here with you. We'll get through this together. I'm not going anywhere." Feel the soothing effect of your own kindness. This is a powerful resource that is always available to you. You have the capacity to be your own source of comfort, your own safe harbor. You don't have to wait for anyone else to give it to you. This is not about narcissism or arrogance. It is about a healthy, grounded self-respect. It is about finally giving yourself the credit and the compassion you so freely give to others. It is about recognizing that the longest and most important relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. And it is a relationship worth nurturing, worth celebrating. So, as you prepare for sleep, let go of any lingering self-criticism or judgment. Let go of the story that you are not enough or that you have somehow failed. Replace it with this simple, powerful truth. You have done the best you could with what you knew at the time. You have navigated an incredibly difficult journey with courage and grace, and you are worthy of your own love and respect. You are your own faithful witness, your own constant companion, your own quiet hero. Rest in that knowing. Let it fill you with a deep and abiding sense of peace. You can count on yourself. You have always been there, and you always will be. We have now gathered so many resources of comfort and strength. We have connected with our own unwavering awareness, assembled the timeless circle of love we carry within, felt our deep belonging to the web of all existence, and honored the faithful witness that is our own resilient self. With all of these lights now illuminated in our hearts, we are ready to do something truly transformative. We are ready to gently, lovingly rewrite the final chapter. For so long, our imagination has been held captive by a single, terrifying image of what it means to die alone. It has been a story written by fear, a story of coldness, of abandonment, of a final, bleak emptiness. This story, this picture, has had so much power over us, but it is just that, a story, an image created by the mind. And because we are the authors of our inner world, we have the power to write a new one. This is not about denial or wishful thinking. It is about consciously choosing a perspective that is rooted in the deeper truths we have been exploring tonight. It is about replacing a narrative of fear with a narrative of peace. So let's begin by calling that old, fearful image to mind one last time. See it gently. The sterile room, the silence, the feeling of being forgotten. Acknowledge it without judgment, like an old photograph from a painful time. And now, with the utmost respect for the fear it represents, let's thank it for trying to protect us. And then, very gently, let's allow that image to dissolve. Watch it fade, like a dream upon waking. Let it become transparent, and then let it disappear completely into the vast, quiet space of your awareness. Now, in the space that has been cleared, we will paint a new picture, a new final chapter, and we will paint it with the colors of peace, love, and connection that we have discovered within ourselves. Begin by imagining a sense of profound calm settling over your body, It is a time not of struggle, but of a deep and final letting go. The striving is over. The fighting is done. There is only a gentle, peaceful surrender. Imagine the room is not cold and sterile, but filled with a soft, warm light. Perhaps it's the golden light of a setting sun filtering through a window. Or perhaps it's a gentle, luminous glow that seems to emanate from within you. This is the light of your own consciousness, the light of all the love you carry. It is warm, comforting, and incredibly safe. In this new story, you are not focused on who is or isn't physically present. Instead, your full attention is turned inward to the incredible richness you have found there. You can feel, with great clarity, the steady, loving presence of your own awareness, the faithful companion that has been with you all along. It is holding you in an embrace of unconditional acceptance. There is no fear here, only a sense of profound peace, of coming home to the very essence of your being. You can feel the presence of your timeless circle, the love of your grandparents, your friends, your beloved pets. It is not a memory, but a vibrant, palpable energy filling the space around you. You are surrounded by a choir of love, a great cloud of witnesses, all holding you, blessing you, and celebrating your journey. You are not being abandoned. You are being welcomed into a vaster dimension of the love you have always known. You can feel your deep connection to the earth. You can feel your body, this precious vessel that has carried you for so long, preparing to return its elements to the great cycle of life. It is not an end, but a transformation, a giving back, a dissolving into the whole. There is a sense of gratitude for this body, for this life, for every experience that has shaped you. There is no regret, only a deep and peaceful acceptance of your story in all its messy, beautiful perfection. Your story, you realize, is one of profound depth and resilience, and you are the one who gets to write its meaning. And the meaning you choose in this final chapter is not one of loneliness, but one of unity. Not of fear, but of love. In this new image, your final breath is not a gasp of terror, but a gentle, peaceful sigh of release. It is a letting go of the small self, the temporary identity, and a joyful merging with the boundless ocean of consciousness from which you came. It is not an ending, but an expansion. Not a disappearance, but a return. Take a moment to truly feel the sense of peace that comes from this new perspective. Feel it in your body. Notice how your muscles soften, how your breathing deepens, how your heart rate slows. This is the peace that is your birthright. This is the truth that has been waiting for you beneath the layers of fear. This new story is not a fantasy. It is built on a foundation of everything that is most real and enduring: awareness, love, connection, and the eternal cycles of life. It is a story that feels true in your bones, in your soul. Now, you have a choice. Every time the old, fearful story tries to play itself in your mind, you can gently say, "No, thank you. I have a new story now." And you can consciously, lovingly bring this new image of a peaceful homecoming to mind. You can practice resting in the feeling of this new reality. Over time, as you practice this, you will literally rewire your brain. You will create new neural pathways. The old fear-based pathway will begin to weaken from disuse, and this new peace-based pathway will become stronger, more automatic. You are not at the mercy of your old programming. You are the programmer. You can write a new code. Your story is not yet finished. You are still writing it, with every breath, with every choice. And you get to decide what the overarching theme of your story will be. Will it be a tragedy about the fear of dying alone? Or will it be an epic saga of a soul who learned to find love and connection everywhere, within, among, and all around, and who, at the end, returned to that love with grace and peace? The choice is yours. And by being here tonight, by doing this deep and courageous work, you have already chosen. You have chosen peace. You have chosen love. You have chosen to rewrite your final chapter as a beautiful, serene, and sacred homecoming. Rest in that power. Rest in that peace. You have reclaimed your story, and it is a story of profound and everlasting beauty. Now, as we drift closer to the shores of sleep, let's leave behind the work of active imagination and conscious reframing. The mind has done its part. Now it is time for the body and the heart to receive. It is time to absorb all these beautiful truths on a deeper, more cellular level. We will do this with a simple, gentle, repetitive lullaby, a mantra to soothe the nervous system and anchor you in the profound feeling of safety and connection we have cultivated tonight. Words have power, especially when repeated softly, allowing them to bypass the analytical mind and sink directly into the subconscious. The words we will use are simple, but they hold the entire universe of our exploration. They are, I am held, I am whole, I am never alone. Let's take a moment with each phrase. The first is, I am held. As you hear these words, or repeat them silently to yourself, let your body truly feel the meaning. Feel the physical sensation of being held. Feel the solid support of the mattress beneath you, the weight of the blankets upon you. Feel how the earth itself, with its immense and constant gravitational pull, is holding you securely on its surface. You are not floating off into space. You are anchored. You are secure. Now, feel the more subtle sense of being held. Feel the embrace of your own loving awareness, that silent, spacious presence that contains your entire experience. Feel the collective love of your timeless circle, that beautiful tapestry of connection woven into your heart. Feel yourself held in the intricate web of all life, a cherished part of a vast, interconnected family. Let the feeling of being held permeate every part of you. Imagine it as a warm, golden light, starting in your heart and slowly expanding, filling your chest, your abdomen, your limbs, until your entire body is glowing with this feeling of absolute safety and support. I am held. The second phrase is, I am whole. Let this be an antidote to the old feeling of being broken or incomplete, the feeling that you are missing something essential. As you repeat these words, I am whole, feel the truth of your inherent completeness. You are not a fragment. You are a complete universe unto yourself. You contain within you the strength, the wisdom, and the love that you need. You are the sky and the clouds, the ocean and the waves. You are the solitary tree and the entire forest. You are the witness and the hero. All the parts are here. Nothing essential is missing. The love you have given and the love you have received has made you whole. The joy and the sorrow have made you whole. Every experience has been woven into the perfect, complete tapestry of who you are. Let go of the striving for perfection. Let go of the feeling that you need to be fixed. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a being to be appreciated exactly as you are. You are whole. Right now, in this moment. Feel that completeness as a sense of deep inner peace, a quiet satisfaction. There is nothing to add, nothing to take away, You are enough. I am whole. And the final phrase, I am never alone. This speaks directly to the heart of the old fear. Let these words be a gentle, loving corrective to the story of abandonment. I am never alone. Feel the constant, faithful companionship of your own breath, your own heartbeat. Feel the unwavering presence of your own awareness, the witness that has never left your side. Feel the living energy of your timeless circle, the love that resides permanently within you. Feel the constant communion with the earth, the air, the stars. Let the truth of this profound interconnectedness wash away the illusion of separation. The feeling of being alone was just that, a feeling based on a limited perspective. From this deeper, wider perspective, you can see that aloneness is an impossibility. You are woven from the threads of the universe, and you are always connected to the whole. I am never alone. Now, let's put them all together into a gentle, rhythmic flow. You can link the words to your breath if you like. Breathing in, silently say to yourself, I am held. Breathing out, I am whole. Breathing in, I am never alone. Or you can simply let the words drift through your mind like a soft, repeating melody. I am held. I am whole. I am never alone. There is no need to think about the words or to analyze their meaning anymore. The work of understanding is done. This is the time for simply resting in the feeling. Let the words become a soothing vibration, a gentle hum that calms your entire nervous system. Let go of all other thoughts. If the mind wanders, as it naturally will, just gently, lovingly, guide it back to the lullaby. I am held. I am whole. I am never alone. Allow this feeling of being held, of being whole, of being eternally connected to permeate every cell of your body. Let it be the last message your conscious mind gives to your body before you drift off to sleep. You are programming your subconscious with a new truth, a new reality, a reality of safety, of completeness, of profound belonging. This is the deepest form of healing. It is rewriting the foundational code of your being from fear to love. Let the rhythm of the words slow down now. Let there be more space between them. I am held. I am whole. I am never alone. Just rest now. Let the words fade into the background. There is nothing left for you to do but to allow. Allow yourself to be held. Allow yourself to be whole. Allow yourself to feel the truth that you are and always have been in the most loving company. You are safe. You are at peace. The time for conscious effort is now over. You have done such beautiful, courageous work tonight. You have faced a deep fear. You have explored its roots. And you have planted new seeds of peace in its place. The work is done. There's nothing left to do now but rest. Nothing left to figure out. Nothing to hold on to. This is the gentle undoing. This is the final, soft surrender into the healing embrace of sleep. Bring your attention, for one last time, to your physical body. But this time, not to analyze or change anything, but simply to allow. Allow your body to feel heavy. Give it your full and complete permission to let go. Feel the gentle but insistent pull of gravity, a comforting weight that is drawing you down into deep, restorative rest. Feel the weight in your feet and your legs. They have carried you through so much. Let them rest now. Feel them becoming heavy, limp, and deeply relaxed. Let go of all the tension in your hips and your pelvis, the center of your body's strength. Allow that whole area to become soft, open, and at ease. Feel the weight in your back, your shoulders, and your arms. Release the burden you have been carrying on your shoulders. Let it all melt away into the mattress beneath you. The bed can hold it. The earth can hold it. You don't have to carry it anymore. Let your hands lie open, palms up, in a gesture of release and surrender. And finally, feel the weight of your head on the pillow. Your head, the home of your busy mind, the place of so much thinking, worrying, and planning. Let it be heavy now. Give your mind permission to switch off. The night is not for thinking. The night is for dreaming, for healing, for integrating. The work is done. You can trust that the insights and understandings from tonight have been received. They are now settling into the deep soil of your being, where they will continue to grow and blossom, all on their own, while you sleep. You don't need to tend to them any longer. Your only job now is to allow. Allow the softening. Allow the sinking. Allow the release. Let your awareness now come to rest on the simple, natural rhythm of your breath. Do not try to control it. Do not try to deepen it or slow it down. Just observe it. It is the most gentle, effortless anchor to the present moment. Feel the cool air as it enters your nostrils and the warm air as it leaves. Notice the subtle rise of your chest or your abdomen on the in-breath and the gentle fall on the out-breath. Each breath is a wave, carrying you closer to the shore of sleep. Each in-breath is a gentle arrival in the here and now. Each out-breath is a soft letting go of everything else. There is only this breath, and now this one, and now this one. If thoughts arise, as they may, see them as little clouds drifting across the vast, quiet sky of your mind. You don't need to follow them. You don't need to engage with them. Just let them drift on by. Your anchor is your breath. Always, you can return to the simple, physical sensation of your body breathing. It is a safe harbor in any mental storm. It is the ultimate ground of being. The breath is utterly simple. It asks nothing of you. It simply is, and it has been with you always, a faithful, silent companion. Let its steady, gentle rhythm be your lullaby. Let it soothe you. Let it calm you. Let it carry you into the peace you so deeply deserve. Your body knows how to sleep. It is a deep, innate wisdom. You don't have to make it happen. All you have to do is get out of the way. You can do that now. You can release all conscious effort. You can let go of the doer, the one who is trying to meditate, trying to relax, trying to fall asleep. Just let that part of you dissolve and allow your body's natural wisdom to take over. It knows exactly what to do. It knows how to repair and restore. It knows how to quiet the mind. Trust it. Surrender to this deep, biological intelligence. You are in safe hands, the hands of your own body, the hands of life itself. The gentle undoing is happening. A letting go of tension, a letting go of control, a letting go of thought. You are safe. You are comfortable. You are warm. There's nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do. Just this quiet moment, this gentle breath, this feeling of release. The day is complete. You have done enough. You are enough. Let go now. Just allow. Allow the heaviness. Allow the quiet. Allow sleep to come and find you when it is ready. It will come as a soft, welcome friend to take you by the hand and lead you into the land of dreams. There is nothing to fear. You are held. You are whole. You are never alone. Just allow. Let go. Rest now. Deeply, peacefully, completely. And now, just drift. There is no need to hold on to the words anymore. Let them become a part of the background, a soft murmur on the edge of your hearing. Imagine yourself now, floating on a calm, quiet river at twilight. The water is perfectly still, like dark, polished glass, reflecting the deep indigo sky and the first few stars as they begin to appear. You are lying on your back in a small, sturdy boat, completely safe, completely comfortable, held by the gentle buoyancy of the water. The boat needs no guidance, no rowing, no effort. It is simply being carried by a slow, imperceptible current, moving gently, effortlessly, toward the great, peaceful sea of sleep. The air is soft and mild, and carries the scent of cool river stones and damp earth. It is the scent of peace, the scent of homecoming. You can feel the soft air on your skin, a gentle caress. As you float, you can see the banks of the river slipping by, lined with tall, ancient trees, their branches like dark lace against the fading light. Everything is quiet, profoundly still. The only sound is the gentle, rhythmic lapping of the water against the side of your boat, a soft, shushing sound, like a lullaby. Shh, shh, shh. It is the sound of letting go. The day is done. All its activities, all its conversations, all its worries are on the shore, growing smaller and smaller as you drift away. You can see them fading into the distance. You don't need to think about them anymore. You are on the river now, the river of night, and it is carrying you to a place of deep rest, a place of renewal. You feel a sense of profound release. Your body is heavy and relaxed in the boat, completely supported. Your mind is clear and quiet, as empty and as vast as the twilight sky above you. You are just a floating awareness, a peaceful presence, drifting, floating, being carried. There's nothing for you to do, nowhere for you to be, but right here, in this perfect, peaceful moment. You are safe. You are held by the water, held by the boat, held by the gentle current. Just let go now. Let the river take you. It knows the way. It has made this journey 1,000 times before. It knows the way to the great sea of dreams. You can trust it completely. With every gentle movement of the boat, you feel yourself letting go a little more. With every soft lap of the water, you drift a little deeper into relaxation, into peace. The stars above are growing brighter, twinkling diamonds scattered across a velvet cloth. They are silent witnesses to your journey, watching over you, their ancient light a soft blessing. You are not alone on this river. The moon is rising, a sliver of silver light, your quiet companion for the journey. Its gentle glow illuminates a path on the water, leading you forward. You are being guided. You are being watched over. You are safe. Feel the gentle rocking of the boat, a slow, easy rhythm, back and forth, a cradle of peace, rocking you, soothing you, lulling you deeper and deeper into a state of profound calm. Let your last thoughts dissolve, like salt in water, leaving only the pure, clear stillness of this moment. You are so close now, to the mouth of the river. You can almost feel the vast openness of the sea ahead, the great ocean of sleep, where all is quiet, all is one. It is a place of deep healing, of profound mystery, and of perfect peace. Let go now. Let the current carry you over the threshold. There's nothing to fear. Only rest awaits you. Deep, dreamless, restorative rest. You are safe. You are held. Let go now. Let go. Drift. Float. Release. Sleep now. Sleep. And so you drift into sleep's sacred embrace. A final loving release into the great unknown of the night. You don't need to know what happens here in this mysterious realm. You only need to trust that you are held even here. Held through the night, through the cycles of dream and deep rest. Held in a presence that never sleeps, that never wavers. This quiet, witnessing presence that we have come to know tonight. It is with you now as you fall asleep, and it will be there when you wake. It is the silent guardian of your soul, the unwavering light in your heart. You have journeyed so far tonight. You have walked with courage into the heart of a great fear and found not a monster, but a lost child who needed your love. You have found that what you thought was a wall of separation was in fact a doorway into a deeper connection with yourself, with others, with the whole of life. You have discovered that you are not a solitary drop of water, but the entire boundless ocean. What a beautiful mystery it is to be human, to be a finite being, a temporary form, and yet to carry within us a sense of the infinite, to feel the sting of loneliness, and in that very feeling, to discover our profound and unbreakable bond with all who have ever lived. To fear an ending, only to find in that fear an invitation to a deeper beginning, a remembering of the timeless part of ourselves that was never born and will never die. There are no final answers to these great questions of life and death. There is only the journey, the exploration, the gentle unfolding, and you are on that journey. You are not failing at it. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Every fear, every doubt, every moment of grace is part of this sacred curriculum. You are learning the deep and quiet art of being with yourself, of being your own sanctuary. And that is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world. As you sleep tonight, let this gentle truth be your final lullaby. The presence that breathes you is the same presence that shines the stars. The love you carry in your heart is woven from the same fabric as the cosmos. You are not separate. You are not alone. You are home, right here, right now, always. Sleep now. Sleep in peace, knowing that you are never, ever alone.